Hey guys, tonight we dive into a world where sandals were standard, and you probably wouldn't survive without a strong appreciation for olive oil. Picture this. It's not yet dawn, and the room is lit only by the soft amber glow of a few flickering tallow candles. The hum of your fridge has been replaced by the rhythmic snores of a sleepy pup at your feet, and outside, raindrops tap a gentle melody against the window panes. Honestly, the Roman Empire might be a tough place to last more than a day. But before anything else, if you like hanging out with us in these drowsy zones, give that subscribe button a light nudge, only if the vibe feels right. Now, while the world around you softens, let me know where you're tuning in from and what time the night finds you. I love seeing our little community stretch across the globe. Now, go ahead and lower the lights, perhaps let a fan hum in the background, and let's drift gently into tonight's story together. So, you wake up and you're in the Roman Empire. Yep, talk about a wild dream switch. You blink a couple of times, convinced that this must be a super weird extension of your nightly scroll through Instagram. But no, it's real. The walls are stone, cold to the touch, and some smoky remnant of incense clings stubbornly to your toga, which, by the way, you definitely don't remember putting on. You pause and adjust your sash. Apparently, fashion wasn't a strong suit last night. Dawn's soft light is painting curious patterns on the faded mosaics in the room. Almost makes you miss the glow of your phone on your nightstand. Here's a classic fact to start your Roman day. The Romans were early risers, something that probably suits morning people more than it does you. Still, the crack of dawn hasn't changed. And honestly, why get up before the coffee shops open? They did not, however, kickstart their mornings with caramel macchiatos like some of us prefer, but more of a rustic start with bread, some cheese, and, you won't believe this, fermented fish sauce called garum. Yeah, nothing like a briny punch right after you brush your teeth. As you step out onto the cobbled streets, you're immediately greeted by a bustle. It's as if ancient TikTok is happening all around. Merchants setting up their stalls, a distant hint of shouting or maybe laughter, and someone, not too far off, cursing creatively in Latin. The Roman streets thrummed with life, mud, and the occasional unsanitary surprise. Dodging the muck becomes a sort of retro video game. You wonder how any of them avoid sprained ankles on these roads of rock-paved chaos, shaking your head with a smile, slightly longing for the well-paved sidewalks of home. Okay, so here's the wild part. The roads are ingeniously designed to slope towards the center for drainage. However, when it rains, it's basically real-life Mario Kart. Romans did invent something awesome, though: concrete that would set underwater. Meanwhile, here you are, setting 5 alarms just to roll into Monday. Historians still argue whether Roman cities had effective underground sanitation systems, or if the streets performed double duty in poorer areas. It's like that age-old debate about whether we'll ever switch entirely to emails instead of actual letters. Who knows? Not you, not me. Not these toga-wearing folks sifting through street vendors as if browsing an all-you-can-eat buffet, where olives and grapes replace sushi rolls and sliders. You stroll by a group of kids playing with wooden swords, exchanging playful banter that transcends time because, let's face it, kids will always find something to enact a mock battle over. Toy stores might change, but it seems the idea of upcycling your neighbor's discarded wood remains timeless. As they dash down the street, mimicking the Roman soldiers whose legionaries you'll meet soon enough, you watch an elderly man pottering by, clutching scrolls of papyrus close to his chest, like a really dedicated subscriber hugging spam emails. It's not as loud as rush hour, but the murmur of work-life balance is already in play. Somewhere, a baker stretches dough with the same kind of diligence you apply when searching for the perfect meme. Bakers in ancient Rome were pivotal, and they made a heck of a lot of bread, serving as a staple not just at breakfast, but throughout the day. Bread was kind of a big deal, and not just any bread, but flat, crusty loaves that shared space with everything from cheese to more of that fish sauce, because why not? As the day warms up, you notice the chill from the stone floor, giving way to a comforting warmth, reminiscent of a summer day creeping in. A gentle reminder that even without Instagram filters, some things remain simply beautiful. And as a calming breeze ruffles through your toga, you realize that time, much like a lazy afternoon, is both slow and swift here. The scent of sage from a nearby market stall weaves through the air, mingling with memories just beyond your reach. A sensory detail that lulls the edges of your mind, soothing as a lullaby. You've only scratched the surface of this ancient morning, and yet the depth of its story is already tugging at your senses, like a mystery unfurling, or a notification bubble waiting patiently to be cleared. Keep that comfy seat as next. We wander into the soggy realms of Roman bathhouses. This epic adventure of drifting through history isn't anywhere near done. Your feet take you further down the bustling streets of Rome, where you soon find yourself at the entrance of a sprawling bathhouse. The Romans, infamous for these social hubs, turned bathing into an art form, or maybe an advanced social strategy session. Now, stepping inside, you're instantly wrapped in the humid, vegetal scent of steam and soap. The mist swirls lazily through the air, kind of like thoughts before your morning coffee clicks in. Bathhouses were the go-to place for social gatherings, business dealings, and occasionally, matchmaking. It's akin to a one-stop app for all things personal, minus the swiping right or left. You meander down the echoes of marbled halls, passing the frigidarium first, with its cold plunge pools, where even the bravest shiver before hustling to warmer sections. It strikes you as the ancient equivalent of your phone running out of battery at a critical meme-judging moment. Speaking of warmth, the caldarium is next. Steam envelops the room in thick, swirling tendrils, suggesting an ethereal calm that your tired soul welcomes with a sigh. Here's a little-known, quirky tidbit. Some bathhouses employed sulfur-based oils to treat minor ailments, a reality that scents of rotten eggs actually accompanied relaxation rituals. So maybe your go-to spa day at home, with its lavender-scented bath bombs, could use a sulfur-enhanced remix? Or perhaps not. Beneath the mosaic roof, you notice small, chaotic clusters of Romans conversing, the echoes of their chatter turning into a soft symphony of Old Latin. You can't help but chuckle, picturing this as ancient Zoom meetings without mute buttons. Everyone engaged, yet none quite in agreement. You join in briefly, nodding to topics covered with a seriousness worthy of bedtime musings. Which gladiator is most likely to survive the next colossal festival? And whose toga threads need an upgrade before the next family affair? Historians still argue whether Rome's focus on public baths stemmed more from a need for cleanliness or just an extravagant play for societal prestige. To the Romans, these baths were sanctuaries of health. Of course, whether those discussions translated into choosing the fluffiest towel remains a matter of human nature versus hygiene. As you sit beside the tepidarium pool, occasionally splashing your fingers through its lukewarm surface. One finds enjoyment in quiet moments, like when you catch a Wi-Fi signal in the far reaches of your house at just the right angle, allowing a moment's zen through digital connectivity. The muscle-relaxing warmth stays with you long after you leave, a curtain of mist drifting behind as if saying a smoky goodbye. Venturing into the bustling heart of a marketplace, giving your senses yet another delightful punch. The energy is palpable, like the electric hum when a text lights up your phone. Among merchants selling olives, more olives than you thought possible to consume, absorbs your attention. Barking deals, bursting with spirits like their vineyards outside the city, stall after stall in a row of crisscrossed chaos. It's a scene that wouldn't look out of place on a side street during a summer festival. People brushing past, each in their own world, yet temporarily united by the spectacle of crowding salesmanship and charming deceit. In the distance, you spot a bread seller who's somehow convinced he's a reincarnated Bacchus. A splash of wine stains evidence across his toga while extolling the divine virtues of his loaves. You can't help but laugh softly to yourself, thinking what a difference modern self-advertising makes. Perhaps a boisterous new kind of food influencer. Aloud, he proclaims his bread the best under the Roman sun. And you're tempted to agree, if only by the insistent chuckles it draws from a distracted group of women nearby. Through alleys and squares, your path meanders into the aroma of rosemary-infused culinary hopes, with echoes of vendors guaranteeing that their seasoned lamb or spiced lentils could bring even a stoic senator to tears. You feel just about ready to give in when you overhear a hushed discussion between aging philosophers on the corner, debating the merits of vegetables over pulse dishes. And suddenly, a particularly excitable young senator in training bellows out with conviction, "Eureka!" as though inspired by Euclidean dreams. You pause again, caught by the commonality of quirky enthusiasm that unites us all across time. Whether it's about finding lost AirPods or realizing leftovers from last night still might be edible. As the day stretches its arms lazily across Rome's skyline and the sun begins its slow descent, you notice the rhythmic pulse of life shifting, like the familiar thrum of a day winding down in your very own city. You've wandered through conversations that seep into your skin. Tales exchanged between strangers here to witness yet another day in history's great tapestry. You arc back to your dwelling with a head full of musings, still spattered with that inevitable touch of Roman grit and some lingering olive pits. This interlude of historical discovery is almost at full stop, yet the texture of ancient reality lingers on your senses like a good dream turned definitive memory. As shadows draw longer and the sea of stars peeks out, you find yourself ready to immerse in the next unfolding chapter of this Roman reverie. There are still more threads to weave into your dreamscape, strands of mystery fading into the gentle tide of your understanding, all part of a night gently kissed by an age-old empire. The marketplace fades behind you like the last echoes of a sleep dream, and soon you find yourself ambling towards the Forum, a lively epicenter of Roman public life, buzzing with more excitement than a group chat finally unmuted. The Forum is everything you imagined and more, like an unsent email of history, waiting for your rediscovery each time it appears. Bustling crowds move with swift purpose. Senators in their pristine, though slightly wrinkled togas, huddle over whispering secrets that could be either political strategy or the latest scandal involving a banished noble. As you tread carefully along its stone arterial pathways, there's an undeniable allure to the air that makes you want to pause and quietly absorb all the intrigue roaming about. Here you are, enveloped by the chorus of humanity engaged in debates, the kind that your debate team practice never quite prepared you for. Amongst the throng, you sense the undercurrent of ancient languages, Latin, Greek, and a smattering of others more foreign still. A quick reminder that Rome was truly the melting pot before it became a thing. You fancy yourself stopping here, assuming an accidental observer's role, as a few jurisprudents exchange philosophical quips on whether monkeys or camels make better circus animals. Now this is something. Historians still argue whether the forum was frequented more for amusement than for actual political mobilization. You cannot help but muse silently if maybe the same holds today with the stages of social media. Is it the debate or the drama that brings everyone together? Somewhere in this hub of intellectual exchange, juvenile humor makes an appearance. As Romans loved their satire, you eavesdrop on an animated conversation about the odd genius of a poet named Catullus, whose writing often tackled the importance of love or the distinctly less academic topics like recounting a bitter enemy as a used napkin. Imagine replying LOL to a poem about a hand towel. Somehow, he was every bit the literary rebel as a headline-making celebrity tweet. Oh, and get this. A wild bit of trivia. Romans had invented the book, sort of. Bound pages in a codex form, much handier than those bulky scrolls you see gathered around. Imagine the relief of not accidentally unfurling your whole collection of cat memes while sitting in public transport. Wait, you know what I mean. It's progress, slow but reliable. Amid the row of pop-up lunacy, one senatorial figure catches your eye, gesturing wildly to the ultimate court of rhetoric and sound reasoning, or occasionally, the modern art of shouting till red in the face. Bemoaning the rise in prices of amphora wine importations, picture yourself in his toga, juggling daily demands in real life while criticizing the economy. Yup, still the same old brain freeze of adulthood that transcends centuries. As the echo of intense debates simmers down towards early noon's golden haze, your steps gradually lead you to where gladiatorial games make hearts race and courage waver. It's within the arena that the darkness of Rome highlights its rawest, more primal urgencies. The Romans, ever eager for spectacle, took their amusement seriously, and the theater of war, for entertainment, was an affair as grand as the empire itself. The strong aroma of sand and iron fills the air as you walk past roaring cheers echoing within the confines of stone, your shadow slightly merging with those preparing for combat. In those gladiatorial gyms, where athletes train daily, the reality hits like a panoramic revelation. These were serious bouts of life or death, theatrical in their portrayal and brutal in their resolution. The cracked leather armor and weapons stand aligned on racks within the barracks, a scene reminiscent of strapping in for VR sharpshooting games. But in this case, the stakes couldn't have been higher. Why they fought could stem from several motivations: honor, glory, survival, debt, all feeding back to the same irony. The people's champions were often slaves, misplaced heroes drawing the breath of their savage dignity under countless eyes. Historians still argue whether these battles served more to distract Roman citizens from economic woes than to celebrate martial prowess. Think of it as history's ultimate binge-watching experience, with a narrative more direct than any season finale cliffhanger. Amidst this, you pause at the edge of the stands, eyes drawn to the act beneath the Colosseum dust, an instant of realization gripping you. How far humanity has traveled, and how complex identities were woven into the expanse of time. And it's funny how such exhilaration mirrors nothing so much as scrolling through reels on low battery without fear, until that inevitable halt when you search for charging solace just a second too late. With footsteps light, but heart filled heavy, you depart from the sights enfolded, the echoes behind you fainter now, layers of woe and hope blending to symphony, the kind cribbed from your mnemonic senses, an elegant fugue of contrast that leaves you lingering with thoughts like a spent bonfire, where embers still glow despite darkness softly ensconcing everything else. An ancient world showing you both the heights of civilization and the complex underpinnings of humanity, urging you ever forward in your gentle quest through the corners of dreamlike history yet to come. The sun has climbed a little higher now, casting long shadows that stretch like the gentle reach of a blanket across the cityscape. You find yourself venturing away from the stark reality of the arena towards the echoing corridors of an ancient temple. Here, the air is thick with the scent of frankincense, wrapping around you like that cozy sweater you pull out when the first chilly breezes of autumn sneak under your door. Stepping inside, the shadows dance with the flicker of candlelight, each step echoing softly against age-old stone. Temples in Rome were more than just places of worship. They were hubs of community and culture, each one dedicated to a different deity: Jupiter, Juno, Venus, or maybe Vesta, whose sacred flame burns eternally. It's an atmosphere that kindles both the intellectual and spiritual corners of your brain, like browsing through an inspirational Pinterest board for the soul. And here's a fun tidbit. Finding time to placate household deities with mini shrines at home was as crucial as your weekly mental health check-in. Some things just defy time. In one corner, a priest is deep in conversation with a group of eager listeners, likely unraveling some divine mystery of the cosmos, or maybe just recounting tales of past festivals where wine flowed more freely than gossip at a high school reunion. You chance upon a statue of a minor god holding a cornucopia, a symbol of abundance. As you gaze at it, you ponder the balance of fortune and fate, like the way we try to interpret horoscope apps to figure out if the stars predict "eat that pizza" or "swim in data security depths." Speaking of fate, historians still debate whether the Romans believed in deterministic fate or if they left room for chance in the ledgers of their lives. How much control did they credit to the divine, and how much to the strength of their own wills? It's much like deciding whether to trust a life hack you found on TikTok or to wing it on your own. Commodus, that infamous emperor, once made plans by divine oracle, and some Romans swear Pluto keeps spares of lost socks from laundry disasters. Go figure. Deep in thought, you step back into the sun-drenched bustle outside, where the domestic lives of Romans start to unfold around you. Picture yourself wandering into a Roman insula, an ancient apartment complex that housed the population like a hive of humanity vibrating with energy, full of tightly packed tenements, where families lived above bustling shops, a bit like modern city living, but with less Wi-Fi and more public forums. Inside, the day's fragrances shift to those of cooking fires and herbs diffusing into their surroundings. Kitchens in Rome, resembling culinary guesswork similar to watching cooking shows and eating instant noodles, were snug and efficient. A far cry from your bustling, gadget-filled kitchen back home, yet equally charming in its homely presentation. Frankly, olive oil may as well have been the Roman equivalent of duct tape. It was everywhere and in everything. You observe a Roman matron chiding her children, the universal tone of parenthood transcending any language barrier, possibly over who bit into the last honey cake left on the table. You smirk at the thought. The scene is so familiar, so comfortably human, it could almost be playing out around your house, with background Spotify making it a mini soap opera. The day meanders on as you stroll past miniature gardens, tiny alcoves of peace and wild, rich with mint and growing basil. You happen upon a home where dinner prep is well underway. The scents of garlic mixing with the unmistakable zest of lemon bring to mind both the allure of exotic recipes and the steadfastness of comfort food. Oh, and that wine, a simple sip, could transport a senator to philosophical flights, or a commoner to rambunctious revelry. Let's not forget the entertainment. Romans loved their evening ensemble of music and dances, lyrical poetry sung to the twang of chords or the deep tones of percussion. Challenges traded amid verses become the party charades of yore. You'll recall a passionate reenactment of Aeneas's triumphs, muddled with theatrics to make Tinseltown blush, concluding with applause as sincere as retweets from a beautifully mundane human expression. Inside, warmth abounds. The shadows lengthen across the mosaic floor. Now time for evening rites, soft and slow, where whispers filter through prayers unsaid, where the edges of dusk begin settling, draping the city in the first layers of night. You tuck these experiences into your mental scrapbook, a collection of living vignettes spanning shadow and substance that joins the intricate strands of remembered history. You're standing at the threshold, knowing tomorrow brings more of Rome's story. Yet in this moment, you settle tummyful with laughter and kinship pulsing like the threads of dreams, weaving to knit a tapestry of the empire's complex romance. The kind spun from whispers, shared fireside secrets, and a mosaic of so many countless tomorrows wrapped sharply in a toga-made bedspread under ageless stars. The evening envelopes you like a soft and familiar shawl, its embrace hush now slowly wrapping the bustling cityscape. The symphony of life in Rome mellows into amiable murmurs, shadows dancing coyly among flickering flames that dot the streets with warm pockets of light. You find yourself drawn again towards the inviting aroma of evening meals, a spectacle of senses where garlic and herbs blend into a lullaby, serenading your senses into a cozy calmness. Dinner time in a Roman household is an affair of delightfully simple yet hearty dishes, akin to diving into that comforting experience of holding a warm mug during drizzly afternoons. Imagine reclining on couches instead of chairs, engaging in conversation as wine flows. Unlike the corked swigs of today, but more like a relaxed indulgence, its strength frequently diluted with water to extend social moments into the night. You chuckle inwardly, considering how a text at midnight asking "sup" might not have been all that different in passion from a Roman noble's overture at dinner. Around you, the table unfolds a tapestry of colors, the saffron yellow glow of pastries sharing the stage with the glossy sheen of dates, pomegranates shining like tiny jewels of promise. The night air plays its gentle serenade through open windows, hints of the sea mingling with the heartiness of roasted boar, tender hare stew. Flavors more vivid than any Sunday dinner spread you've known. Could those ancient servants have been slighted for their inattention to the sauces? Clearly, there's still much to learn from history. Here's where you'll find the quirky part. Esteemed Romans occasionally sampled dishes with garum, that fish sauce discussed earlier, introducing the modern equivalent of an apparently serious fruitcake made with questionable candied fruit. Somehow it works, And in determined appreciation, you join the others with hearty salve to your new culinary experience. And while chewing, this silent meditation spins your thoughts back to historians who still argue over food as a marker of social class or taste. Were delicacies purely for the elite, or did culinary innovations cascade to the tables of all citizens? Although, if you had to choose between a leftover refrigerator raid or a lavish 14-course meal, you say Canasco more often than reserved. As the meal winds down and fewer plates pass hands, you're drawn into jovial conversations, often steered by astute observations from classic texts or wild adventures recounted by soldiers. It becomes a gathering of storytelling, a concert of tales that light up more memory corners than a binge watch of your most treasured series. Someone at the table recites from Virgil, their voice carrying shades of twilight on matters of honor and fate. And you can't help but wonder if perhaps some of the most moving parallels lived today were spoken first-handedly then. Pass time with laughter and warm exchanges. Wander into the open air of a Roman night, where luxuriously soft moonlight lingers to brush your cheek, painting everyone in ethereal shades of silver and gray. Even the gibbous moon holds steady in its ancient realm, tugging your senses towards reflections on stellar ponderings and celestial wonders. It's then that you recall delicious factoids. Romans charted the heavens as adeptly with their limited technology as we thumb through digital star maps, sharing their own cosmic claim to the order beyond. The hours gently stretched led to theater performances, a Plenus stage production set beneath the stars, weaving both comedy and tragedy, tinged with fortunes as capricious as the next act unto itself. Fingers shush tales you knew from coursework into passionate soliloquies, recited with fervent gestures stronger than emoji-laden chats. It's the same dedication to storytelling that holds tongues captive now that it did then, a testament to humanity's unwavering eagerness to connect through shared history. Echoing footsteps across cobblestones prompt a return journey towards the comforting haven of thick-walled villas as a timeless peace descends over the city. You pause at a roadside vendor closing his booth, chiding wayfarers with a tongue-in-cheek rhyme. A reminder that tomorrow still holds more promise than leftover dreams carried into sleep's embrace. As thoughts of your temporary host quiet, your final reflection begins settling, blending the sights and sounds of your Roman escapade into a dreamscape of serenity and wonder. Feel the breath of night, carrying whispers of the forgotten centuries through an empire uncompromising, yet tendrilled in layers of complexity. Time's hand threads gently, steady upon its loom, with no urgency other than to gather you into the heart of an ancient culture, patiently whispering those stories embraced between the soft folds of history's quilt, holding you in a hammock of tranquility as stars gently waltz you through sleep's celestial embrace. The city now drapes itself in a deep, comforting quiet that seems to amplify the soft footfalls of your sandals on the worn stones of the Roman street. You find your path adorned with the soft glow of torchlight, gently flickering like tired lanterns bidding you good night. Each step carries the remnants of the night's tales, growing faint and blurred at the edges, like the way dreams tangle lovingly within the fabric of sleep. Wandering under the canopy of night, there's a delicious sense of calm, a tranquility more profound than the silencing of notifications. The hour grows tender, casting an intimate veil over the city as you journey past rows of timber and stones, steadfast in silence, much like the steadfastness of unread messages waiting in the abyss of your inbox. the hum of life winds down, whispering its final lullaby as the curtains of the night draw ever closer. Moving along, your destination is a grand villa, perched gently at the edge of this storied city. Here, the promise of rest awaits with an open invitation. The air bears a mild sweetness that coaxes, like the way forgotten fragrances tickle your memory. All at once, it's lavender and rosemary cloaked in the crispness of olive leaves. It's ancient comfort, as if even the air carries the songs and laughter of Roman days gone by. Glancing skyward, the stars twinkle with an age-old wisdom, their light shimmering faintly upon your pathway like shy beacons or tiny celestial guideposts. Romans, for all their industry, embrace the mystery of the cosmos with their tales and mythology intricately tied to each flickering star. Kindred spirits to the modern soul searcher seeking truth in horoscopes or stardust musings. As you approach the villa, the garden comes into view, an oasis as inviting as an untouched bouquet of evening blooms. The moon casts delicate shadows through a lattice of vine-wrapped pergola, the garden's silent dialogue with the universe. Here, reflection meets respite. It's a tranquil juncture that sees your thoughts drifting with the ease of falling leaves on a midday breeze. Inside the villa, a fire crackles gently in the hearth, its glow a soothing warmth that welcomes you like a nest of familiar comfort. There's a charming clutter within, how utterly human, varied scrolls piled at odd angles, half-finished amphorae, and travel's dusty souvenirs all huddling together like friends in quiet conversation. Each corner bears silent witness to untold stories, not unlike the layers of posts buried within your oldest digital timelines. Sinking into the plush embrace of a time-worn couch, softer than expectations, you let your form merge with its contours. The room is dimly bathed in the flickering caress of candlelight, akin to cozying up with dear friends around a campfire, swapping tales of wonder until sleep's siren song draws them gently away. There's a calm acknowledgement in this shared, languid stillness, a bridge of understanding between past and present, woven together in the tender tapestry of night. Before long, the ambient echoes of the villa soften further still, and the world seems to hum with a familiar comforting rhythm, the lullaby of serene pauses. It's the kind of stillness clear enough to let your thoughts wander and sway, nuanced by the distant peal of temple bells marking the passing hours. Eyes grow heavy, laden with dreams half-formed yet promising. Outside, the vast night sky stretches infinitely, a velvet tapestry adorned with stars, each an infinite possibility, murmuring ancient secrets to guide you into the gentle cradles of sleep. Their soft luminescence seeping through closed eyelids invites you to float peacefully amongst them as your consciousness shifts, buoyed on stardust waves swaying in time with the tender thrum of hearthside comfort. Your breathing slows, perfectly attuned to the gentle heartbeats of slumber's approach, reassuring and calm. You're cradled in the arms of past lives, lived and futures unknown, threaded by the binding warmth that envelops history and humanity alike. As you surrender fully to the velvety embrace of sleep, time itself seems to drift, unhurried like idle clouds above. In this infinite space, the city of Rome becomes a cherished memory, imbued with the essence of strawberry honey, sandalwood warmth, and the melodic echoes of whispered stories. A chorus of soothing whispers gently bidding peace upon your soul until morning dawns once more. The world slips beyond consciousness, anchored by your own steady breath, while stars weave an unseen lullaby, a testament to the enduring spirit of history and humanity, persistently urging life towards slumber's gentle embrace amidst the silent footfalls of time. And you, dear dreamer, drift serenely into the night, held by the universe's soft reverie. The warm tendrils of sleep wrap around you as the evening deepens, pulling you effortlessly into a tranquil sea of dreams. The villa, with its ancient embrace, feels like a gentle cocoon woven from whispers of stories long past, lulling you deeper into rest with every flickering shadow cast by the dying embers of the hearth. You sink further into this ancient world, where history and dreams intertwine like threads of an eternal tapestry, drawing you into scenes that feel both familiar and wonderfully surreal. In the quiet hush of night, the Roman Empire stretches out before your dreaming eyes, no longer constrained by the physical bounds of time and place. You drift through marketplaces, their familiar faces now spectral and playfully ethereal, engaging in conversations that swirl around you like echoes on the breeze. Merchants call out with exaggerated gestures, offering goods that blend dream with reality. Golden chalices that transform into blooming flowers. Silks that shimmer with the colors of a sunset, brighter than any screencast glow from home. The edge of your slumber, tinged with laughter, allows fleeting memories to surface. Instances of synchronous moments when daydreams collided gently with what history holds. Truths and tall tales weave seamlessly together as you wander through storied streets, past temples whispering wisdom on the wind, their gilded columns reaching towards the same array of stars, immortalized in dreamlike patterns shared by countless stargazers before you. Historians might still debate whether dreams in the ancient world were seen as divine whispers or mere physiological wanderings, but here amidst the snug warmth of a Roman night, they're simply an embrace of the soul's deep longing to connect beyond itself. You marvel at the possibilities, wondering if perhaps ancient dreams were shot through with the same vivid colors and fantastical logic as our own. A softly glowing moon bathes the city in a silvery light that dances over the rooftops and cobblestones, casting everything in a serene, slightly unreal glow. It's as though the moon itself watches over the slumbering city, a gentle guardian guiding you through these dream-touched voyages. You feel utterly at peace, the night swaddling you in layers of calm as you wander through its silent corridors. As your dream journey continues, you're led once more to the grand arenas, but now the roar of the crowd is muted, replaced by the rustle of ancient leaves and a chorus of nighttime creatures spinning a rhythm softer than a heartbeat. The labyrinth of passages beneath the arena feels like a cave of wonders, each corner hiding a story, each shadow concealing a piece of history yearning to be told. You're no longer an observer. You're part of the vibrant tapestry, an actor in a play where history and imagination share the stage in harmonious balance. The dreams guide you gently onward, past glimmering fountains that reflect the sky's starlit beauty, and through streets lined with flickering torches, their flames dancing in the night breeze like tiny, hopeful spirits. The city whispers to you in its own language, a melody of stone and starlight, inviting you to pause and fully soak in its ancient grace. You find yourself understanding Rome not just with your mind, but also with your heart, feeling the pulse of its storied past meld with the beating of your own. Finally, as the first hints of dawn begin to creep across the horizon, your dream slowly unfurls, releasing you back to the warmth of your welcoming bed. The sensation is tender and lingering, leaving a soft imprint upon your soul, like the last notes of a lullaby. You awaken stirred by memories that feel ancient and profound, yet laced with a comforting familiarity that accompanies you back into the waking world. The Roman night's embrace stays with you like a gentle echo, resonating softly within, a serene reminder of the timeless tales that await those who dare to dream across the endless tapestry of history. As you awaken, bathed in the gentle light of a new day, a newfound appreciation for this seamless blend of the ancient and the modern whispers to your heart. You carry forward the assurance that the beauty of history, woven with the warmth of dreams, remains not just in the pages of time, but within the silent corridors of your imagination, ever ready to guide you through the wonders of worlds past and present. The dawn tiptoes across the room, its soft light dispelling shadows that had kept you company through the midnight hours. You're greeted by the comforting embrace of a new day, a familiar sunrise that transcends time, painting the walls in gentle shades of gold and amber. The Roman Empire, for all its grandeur and mystery, seems nestled snugly within your mind, swimming among the hazy, sweet remnants of dreams, soon to disperse with the morning light. Stretching beneath the soft sheets, you find yourself back in the present, with a playful yawn and a sigh of contentment. As reality settles back in, it's like waking up to discover your phone at full charge after a night of hopeful waiting. The air carries the morning symphony of chirping birds outside your window, an ancient melody that feels beautifully timeless, echoing the same welcoming song it's sung for millennia. Moments like these, simple as they are, whisper their own secrets, telling us that the pulse of history is alive, weaving through the fabric of everyday life. You glance around, half expecting to find scrolls and amphorae vying for space on your shelves. Instead, there are books and trinkets and the wild chaos of everyday living, serving as subtle reminders that the bonds to the past may be strong, but they evolve, gently twisting like vines around the heart of what truly matters. Still wrapped in the coziness of sleepy warmth and woven dreams, you can't help but let thoughts meander once more through the avenues of Rome. It's like a waking reverie, drifting through fragments of memory, where bustling markets blend seamlessly with the quiet splendor of candlelit evenings. You treasure the figments of a wild, delightful soiree that danced along the streets until the small hours, and now glow faintly, like embers holding fast to warmth. Breakfast calls, lightly, undeniably, and the rumble from within your stomach feels like an ancient echo all its own. You smile, thinking that even the Romans, with their mastery of garum and fresh-baked bread, couldn't fully capture the sheer indulgence of your digital breakfast playlist. But there's commonality in the joy found in simple rituals, whether it's bread baking in ancient ovens, or the aroma of freshly brewed coffee enveloping the room in its earthy embrace. As morning presses in, your thoughts come alive with gentle reflections, engaging with the calm yet spirited echoes of your Roman adventure. It's this gentle pondering that keeps the ancient world from slipping too quietly away. Historians may continue their debates, but you hold the essence of their findings close, cradling them in your day-to-day. Venturing into your new day, it occurs to you that your time travel respite has lent its subtle peace to your continuous journey, history's melody harmonizing with your own. The Roman Empire, thriving in golden hues, vibrant with legends and laughter, remains etched within your heart's canvas. It invites you onward, whispering encouragement to embrace the mysteries and splendor of the modern world, much as one might explore the vast digital realms of knowledge or reconnect with communities partaken in the gentlest of solitudes. You rise, finally, to greet the day with hopeful anticipation, knowing that every moment carries its slice of historical magic, waiting to be discovered, cherished, and shared. Whether you're scrolling through the lives of loved ones across myriad platforms or relishing unexpected sunshine through parted curtains, the past will continue to reach through, connecting us ever so gently to the richer tapestry of life, a kind reminder of where we come from, where we are headed, and the joys found along this endless and wondrous journey. And so, with a heart full of stories and a mind aflame with dreams, you step into the day's adventure, warmed by the grounding allure of reality and the lingering spark of the Roman nights that now play softly, like a nocturne, within the delicate weave of your soul. As you step fully into the morning glow, the hustle and bustle of the day ahead gently nudges you along. The echoes of your Roman journey are softer now, like the last notes of a lullaby dwindling in the light of dawn. In the quiet of your own space, life begins to whisper its everyday charm. A brew bubbling away, toast crisping to perfection, and the subtle hum of the world unfolding at its own unhurried pace, much like the start of your favorite podcast or the first sip of a perfectly crafted espresso. The world beyond the window is alive with possibility, each moment tinged with an essence of history, inviting you to explore with newfound curiosity. It's this prospect of discovery, both ancient and modern, that invigorates your spirit, spiritedly prompting you to embrace the chronicles that our current age offers, while cherishing the timeless threads binding us together with the past. You start your day, much like setting out on a new chapter, leaving behind the vestiges of dreams and stepping into the narrative of now. And let's be honest, there's a quiet thrill in acknowledging how today's novelties are tomorrow's tales, just waiting their turn to be studied and cherished by those who will follow. Maybe you'll scroll through something wildly amusing today, some new meme or a snippet of romance that'll one day serve as a crux of cultural critique for some curious historian. This morning is as vivid as any in ancient Rome, a testament to the persistent allure of life afoot. You might linger for a moment, contemplating a sky painted freshly with clouds, appreciating it as Caesar might have, when peering towards the heavens for auguries. Or perhaps there's a quiet nod to technology as you tap your way through communication fields, interacting across screens rather than forum floors, yet how similarly we seek those connections. As you grab your bag and keys, preparing to step into the buzz of a modern cityscape, there's a resonant understanding, a lingering gratitude for the journey walked through time's embrace. Kindled with warmth, this kinship with the past softly punctuates your motions. It's the weight of history that feels light upon the shoulders, urging you forward with every gentle step. The day unfolds with a vibrance matched only by the diverse tapestry of our shared histories. Each moment, a whisper of something beautifully continuous. From ancient Rome's well-trodden paths to today's virtual highways, it's the shared conversations and stories that give life texture and heart, bridling us to one another across time in a timeless endeavor between imagination and reality. And so, as you wander into the rhythm of the everyday, fields of buzzing conversation, streets filled with vibrant life, and quiet pauses of human moments, let the wisdom of what you've seen and felt guide you with tranquility drawn from a time well pondered and a life well lived. The sun ascends higher, illuminating the day with an ineffable promise, light cascading like the delicate tiptoes of destiny arranging before you. It holds within it the power of echoed laughter shared amidst Roman ruins, framed by the generosity of history welcomed into the present. A gentle reminder that what unfolds remains intimately yours. Here's where the relics of the past blend seamlessly into the dreams of tomorrow, just waiting for your gentle touch to let them shine in the brilliance of today. With a renewed sense of purpose, you journey forth into the chorus of the day, a tapestry of experiences waiting to be sewn together with threads of both historical reverence and modern wonder. The buzzing world around you seems to hum a familiar tune of vivacity and progress, its rhythm echoing the timeless dance of daily life, as vibrant as any Roman marketplace. Each step onto the bustling sidewalk feels like an echo of those ancient cobblestones, your footfalls a gentle cadence in the cinematic adventure unraveled by the stirring tales of the Roman streets. The energy of the city pulses beneath your feet, a living testament to the endurance of civilization, reimagined yet steadfastly grounded in the footprints left by those long before us. As you make your way through the city, the subtle aromas of street vendors waft past you, akin to the tantalizing smells that filled the air of Rome's vibrant street markets, alive with the rich tapestry of olives, herbs, and freshly baked bread. The mingling scents are reminiscent of the comfort that cuisine's constancy provides, transcending barriers of time and space with the familiarity of home-cooked meals shared among friends. Today, you find yourself marveling at the simple joys surrounding you, seeing echoes of Roman societal gatherings in the warmth of bustling cafes, or in the spirited cheers at local sports games. It's the delight in shared moments, universal and timeless, that bridges the hearts of Romans with our own, effortlessly rendered through the lens of human connection. There's a quiet appreciation for technology that allows these connections to prosper beyond boundaries, blanketing the world with vivid colors of shared experience. A group huddled around a glowing phone mimics the eager gathering of anxious Romans, catching snippets of news or celebrating victorious tidings in forum whispers. Isn't it fascinating how life unfolds today with the same eagerness that compelled ancient onlookers? It's inspiring how the pursuit of connection blooms, as evergreen and radiant as the olive groves tended by ancient hands. Even the chaos of the daily rush mirrors the past, a ceaseless dance to rein in obligations, navigate surprises, and untangle the challenges faced in both times. Yet there's a comfort in knowing that perseverance has been shared across millennium, threading different rhythms and moments into the symphony of lived experiences. As the day stretches into an afternoon bathed in golden light, there's a palpable harmony between ancient traditions and modern ambitions that coexists around you. Whether in the lyricism of conversation swirling within cafes, or the stories shared amongst colleagues during lunch breaks, this exchange is the lifeblood of communal history, a collective embrace through narratives and laughter. Each glance at your screen, each notification ping, becomes almost a relic itself, a bridge upon which technology crosses to craft the stories of today. These facets of life, blending with historical tapestries, crafting the astonishing depth of human experience. You, much like a Roman embracing the sweep of life, witness passageways transforming into thresholds of endless potential, each as vibrant as the next. As the sun dips gently over the horizon, casting the world in hues of soft amber and cool blue. Your journey through the city softens into introspection. Every step carries the weight of what has been learned and felt, each heartbeat syncing with the timeless pulse of history. The arc of the sky and the whispering breeze sustain life's eternal song, holding every shadow, every spark from your nightly journey, weaving them tenderly into your consciousness, enhanced with the gentle lull of a settling dusk. In the stillness of an evening drawing near, you cherish the unexpected nostalgia that threads your memories, a tangible reminder of the Roman times that whispered their story, now softly echoing within your world. It's a journey threaded through time, to be savored and pondered just as these moments reflect on evening's quiet lull preceding sleep, enfolded in the embrace of dreams, gently nudging you to explore the myriad tales yet to be uncovered in this beautiful dance between where we are and where we've been. As the evening welcomes the glow of city lights pooling like stars on the pavement below, you step back into the quiet sanctuary of home, the day's gentle wandering settling into restful repose. Here, in the velvet calm, history and the present find their place within you. An endless loop of discovery and wonder, softly concluded for another day's tale. The twilight deepens as you step into the comfort of home, a welcoming cocoon of familiarity tinged with a hint of adventure's afterglow. The day's explorations, both in the mind and in the world, have left a gentle imprint, a tapestry of sights and thoughts woven through with whispers of the past, finally settling into a soft evening hush. You pause for a moment, letting the subtle tranquility of your surroundings embrace you. The hum of the fridge and the quiet rustle of leaves outside are the night's ensemble, wrapping around you like a gentle melody. There's a calm satisfaction within, like slipping into your favorite pair of fuzzy slippers after a long day. Perfectly worn in and comforting, you let out a contented sigh, as if the whole world is slowly unclenching its fingers, releasing both the weights of the day and its unspoken dreams. The soft glow of screens is like an old friend, waiting to deliver evening stories, not unlike the fireside tales shared by Romans in cozy rooms lit by oil lamps. The connection, be it through tweets or the limitless realm of streaming services, becomes a thread that knits the communal experience back into the fabric of our secluded corners. How seamlessly it echoes the ancient dance of human connection, bidding you to wonder. Did Roman families tell tales of their gods and heroes with the same warmth found in our favorite shows? Your evening meal mirrors these reflections, connecting the past's sustenance with your own, as history whispers its delicate presence into the heart of your nightly ritual. Taking a bite, you savor not only the flavors, but the moment itself, as if reliving the gracious company of ages past. There's a shared ritual in the nourishment of body and spirit as an undeniable anchor in the vast sea of time, grounding you in the present with whispers of yesterday's echoes. And as you nourish your creativity, surrounded by the tools and treasures of modern artistry, paints humming with potential, books brimming with untold stories, or the comforting clatter of a keyboard, you imagine the artisans and thinkers of Rome carving their dreams into marble and script with the same hopeful heart you wield today. It's a comforting thought, knowing that in each era, amidst the chaos of empires and the tapestry of life, creators have always sought the sublime in the ordinary. The eve stretches further, inviting a quiet exploration of maps, both the literal ones forming the tips of fingers across glowing screens, and the emotional ones cradled within your heart, maps of where your ancestors might have journeyed, or where your thoughts may next wander, drawn by the tug of curiosity as insistent as the call of distant shores. As your imagination roams, it's easy to find yourself drifting into wanderlust-fueled reveries, where the past and the future sync as if guided by some invisible hand. With a soft click, you close the day's chapter, feeling the gentle weight of everything you've absorbed settling into place, like books sliding snugly into their slots on a well-loved shelf. Outside, the night sky stretches above, its vastness gently dotted with stars. Each celestial point echoes the infinity mirrored in Rome's eternal gaze, reaching across time as a silent kinship bound in the stars. The winds soon weave their own lullaby, a sweet serenity that carries you towards the embrace of your bed. Wrapped in the familiar fabric of time's tapestry, you find surrender to the night's soothing rhythm, effortlessly drifting into a tranquil repose. The echoes of your Roman adventure settle into gentle dreams, promising even more unfolding wonders when day once again steps lightly over the horizon. With each breath, the softness of sleep overtakes you, layering whispers of history upon your soul, anchoring you in the gentle cradle of serene adventures past, present, and yet to come. The universe unfolds quietly around you, a timeless embrace that holds secrets and histories, waiting to dance effortlessly at daybreak anew. And so, enveloped in the glow of kind stories and warm dreams, you find rest, yourself a small star nestled comfortably within the vastness of Rome's ever-enduring embrace. The night holds you in its tender embrace, a cocoon of dreams softly cradling you as midnight threads weave through the fabric of sleep. There's a gentle sigh that settles in your room, an exhale from the world that wraps everything in a tranquil serenity. You drift effortlessly, buoyed by a tender harmony, reminiscent of ancient lullabies sung under Roman stars. In this quiet space, where the day's stories have come to rest, dreams take on a luminous quality, subtly infused with the gentle whispers of history. It's as if the echoes of crumbling stones and starlit forums weave themselves into the corners of your slumber, painting your nightscape with scenes both ancient and familiar. These dreams glide effortlessly between the realms of memory and imagination, offering a cozy tapestry that feels both timeless and infinitely comforting. As you drift deeper into this world of dreams, your senses awaken to the subtle beauty wrapped in layers of stardust and moonbeams. You can almost feel the cool touch of marble beneath your fingertips, hear the lull of an ancient river meandering through distant fields, and sense the warmth of distant fires that flicker with life told through the ages. The richness of the past, echoing like a persistent melody, plays a quiet counterpoint to the silence of the night, a gentle reminder that no matter the passage of time, the human spirit remains a resilient thread through history's vast landscape. In the depths of sleep, myriad stories unfold, a playful dance of souls wandering through realms sculpted by dreams. You float among these reveries as a feather on a gentle breeze, whispering softly through ancient marketplaces, where the hum of Roman life blends into the echo of present-day sounds. Laughter and conversation entwine, forming a symphony in perfect harmony with the gentle swish of your consciousness riding the waves of sleep. There's a peaceful knowing that settles over you, like the comfort of a warm cloak on a chilly evening. Here, in this undisturbed retreat, you embrace the quiet miracles that tomorrow promises, a day unwrapped from the dreams of the past and painted with the colors of a brightening dawn. Your heart, lulled by the serenity of these night whispers, becomes an open vessel ready to hold the entirety of history's gentle cadence. As night stretches into the wee hours, the world breathes alongside, a rhythmic pulse that cradles you ever so gently, drawing you into a place of profound rest. You are at liberty here, exploring the realms of inner landscapes where the stories of old meet the sketches of yet to be, mingling in opulent harmony. The stars above twinkle with a knowing glimmer, their ancient light joining forces with your dreams to craft a journey that feels seamless in its unfolding. Each breath carries you deeper into the healing embrace of nocturnal reflections, drawing strength and peace from the boundless ocean of stories that link heart to heart across generations. And as the dawn begins its quiet ascent, casting its first soft strands of light across the horizon, your dreams gently release their hold, whispering you back to wakefulness like a river finding its course. The world gradually clarifies its soft edges, pulling you gently towards the waking world, a sweet reminder of the continuity of dream and reality. You awaken with the tranquil awareness of a journey well taken, a heart full of gratitude for the bridge between worlds that allowed you to traverse the threads of history and dreams. The room around you softly embraces the morning, filled with the promise of new beginnings and stories yet written. You stretch, welcoming the day, allowing the magic of those quiet hours to unfold into the fresh tapestry of the present. As you rise, you carry forward the gentle echoes of Roman nights, now softly woven into the fabric of your being, a cherished whisper of shared humanity gracing each step you take. Here, on the threshold of a new day, history is not a distant landscape, but a companion that walks beside you, ever ready to illuminate the wonders that lie ahead. The new day dawns with a gentle light, casting a warm glow across the familiar corners of your room. You slowly come to, feeling refreshed and subtly imbued with the echoes of your Roman sojourn. There's a comforting sensation within, like waking up with the residue of a particularly vivid dream lingering, setting a tranquil tone for the morning. Stretching beneath the covers, you find yourself reliving the pleasant moments from your nocturnal adventure, where ancient roads and lively forums dance through your sleep. It's a delightful interweaving of past and present, a quiet reminder that the stories of those long-gone days continue to light our paths and shape our realities. The gentle hum of the world outside gradually begins to fill your space, softly intermingling with the remains of sleep's whisper. As you slip from beneath the covers, your feet find the cool floor, pulling you further into wakefulness. The morning air carries a crispness that invigorates the senses, reminiscent of those early Roman mornings bustling with the promise of impending activity. With every breath, you welcome the fresh possibilities of the day, eager to see where these ancient inspirations may lead. In the kitchen, as you prepare your breakfast, the echoes of Roman cooking, the tantalizing scents of herbs and olive oil, remain a charming remembrance of evenings spent around lively banquet tables. Your morning brew offers its comfort as its aromatic steam curls up with a familiar embrace, much like the Roman garum or wine, offering a momentary escape from the everyday routine. This simple ritual of nourishing body and soul carries a reassuring continuity, grounding you as you begin your day. With each bite and sip, you gather your thoughts, sketching a mental map for the day ahead. The essence of Rome stays with you, a guiding star now enmeshed within your consciousness, a reminder to embrace the moments of everyday magic, to seek adventure in the seemingly mundane, and to treasure the interconnected stories that weave the grand narrative of life. As you move through your morning, checking messages, replying to friends, and preparing for what lies ahead, you find comfort in the knowledge that our shared human experience transcends time. Whether it's a quick chat over morning coffee or the digital flurry of notifications lighting up your devices, there's a delightful similarity in how we all seek connection, much like the Romans gathered in bustling forums and intimate dining spaces. The hum of technology, the rhythm of city life, and the rituals you cherish all resonate with echoes of the stories told under Roman skies. You find joy in noticing these parallels, each a testament to the enduring spirit of humanity, ever curious, ever reaching to touch the lives of others, no matter the distance across time or space. As the sun climbs higher, painting the world with strokes of vibrant light, there's a serendipitous harmony that lingers, a sense that you are part of an intricate tapestry, woven with threads of past, present, and future. The reassurance and inspiration drawn from your Roman adventure silently echo within you, a timeless grounding that illuminates your path forward. And so, armed with the essence of history's gentle embrace and the promise of the day ahead, you step out the door, ready to harmonize with the world around you. In each moment, whether brief or grand, you hold the treasures of your dream journey close, a reminder of the wonders of the past and the uncharted dreams that await in the tapestry of tomorrow. With an open heart and a curious spirit, you venture forth, welcoming the day and all it brings, bounded by the gentle murmurs from a Rome whose stories will forever be a part of yours, delicately wrapped like a warm, comforting shawl on this beautiful journey of life. As you step out into the world, a crisp morning breeze greets you, carrying with it the promise of new adventures. The city, with its vibrant hum, begins to stir fully to life, echoing the cadence of ancient Roman days, bustling with energy and purpose. You walk along the busy streets, each step resonating with the timeless rhythm of humanity moving forward, constantly evolving, yet always connected by an invisible thread to those who walked before us. The familiar sights and sounds of the city envelop you, a blend of modern conveniences and hidden ancient whispers peeking through in unexpected places. You notice the melody of a street musician strumming a tune that echoes centuries of melodies sung under Roman arches, an enduring testament to the universal language of music, uniting souls across time. As you maneuver through the myriad of daily tasks, catching a train, grabbing a quick coffee, framing plans for the week, you carry with you the calm eloquence of history shared, a soothing presence that tempers the day's urgencies. The gentle weight of the past supports you, instilling a sense of purpose and perspective, a gentle nudge to approach each moment with a sense of wonder. There's a curious balance that plays out in your interactions, a lively dance between the new and familiar. Discussions with friends weave together the mundane and profound, whether debating the best takeout spot in town or sharing insights sparked by last night's Roman musings. It's in these small exchanges that the spirit of ancient discourse lives on, echoing the rich dialogues that once filled forums with laughter, debate, and shared wisdom. Midday arrives, wrapping you in its vibrant embrace, and you find a moment's pause amidst the day's ebb and flow. Reflecting quietly, you feel the gentle pull of your Roman reverie, a reminder that life, in its entirety, is shaped by a series of connected stories, both grand and intimate. Memories of vine-wrapped pergolas and vibrant marketplaces find a comfortable nook in your heart, offering solace and room for reflection as you navigate the tapestry of now. With each heartbeat, the allure of exploration intertwines with the comfort of routine, guiding you towards the horizon with a spirit imbibed by history's whispers. The lessons of resilience, community, and creativity cherished by the Romans resonate deeply, inspiring you to forge connections and embrace challenges with a passionate heart. As the afternoon sun casts a golden glow, your path becomes a gentle journey towards the promise of evening, where the seeds of today's adventures will blossom into tomorrow's memories. Each step forward feels like a nod to the past, a silent agreement to carry forward the legacies bestowed and to craft your narrative within the symphony of time. The city lights flicker on as dusk begins to settle its velvet cloak across the sky, marking the passage of yet another day, colored by experience and hope. You navigate homeward, wrapped in the warmth of companionship, both present and historical. The stories shared, the laughter echoed under constellations, and the quiet moments of reflection stand collectively as your everyday triumphs. In the quiet cocoon of home, where you slip back into the gentle embrace of evening, there's a tranquility that welcomes you. A space where dreams are spun, with the constellations embroidered across the Roman night. Here, as you prepare for rest, you find solace in the cyclical dance of day and night, where each new dawn brings the promise of discovery and delight. As you settle into the comforting rhythm of sleep, the whispers of Rome linger in the shadows, a lullaby of ancient echoes laced with modern dreams. These relics of timeless adventures cradle you, inviting your spirit to drift on the gentle sea of slumber, where the past and present weave seamlessly within the tapestry of your soul, forever entwined. The dreams that await hold the soft light of Rome within their embrace, sending you gently into the night, where beneath the glow of stars, history's lullaby softly continues to whisper through the chambers of eternity, guiding you lovingly through the voyage of dreams. As the night envelops you once more, its familiar embrace wraps around like an old, cherished blanket. The room fades into a comforting blur, a sanctuary where time stretches and compresses, blending seamlessly with the gentle sway of your breath. The lull of the evening world, hushed and rhythmic, echoes softly through the corridors of your mind, drawing you gently into dreams, rich with a tapestry of history. You drift smoothly into a peaceful realm where the past resonates anew. Maybe it begins in a Roman villa, the flicker of lamplight casting intricate shadows on mosaic floors, or perhaps along the ancient roads, the murmur of distant markets and lively banter weaving through the calm night air. In this dreamscape, time unspools gently, revealing scenes from a world most familiar, yet magically distant. You wander through archways and under the gentle sweep of porticos, feeling the ageless rhythms of centuries flow around you, like the calming lapping of waves on a sunlit shore. Each step is a dance between epochs, a blissful waltz among the whispered tales of antiquity. Dappled moonlight guides you along cobblestones that glisten in the silver haze of the Roman night, each echoing footfall a whisper of stories untold. Buildings rise around you, solemn yet inviting, their facades woven with the grandeur of ages past. You feel the texture of worn stone beneath your fingers, the cool touch, a connection to those who came before, leaving traces of their own narratives in each pillar and parapet. Conversations swirl around you, a gentle hum of Latin and Greek infusing the air. It's a symphony of voices that transcend time, the themes of love, ambition, and wisdom unfolding under a canopy of stars. You share in their laughter and ponder the same celestial mysteries, a witness to these age-old exchanges that continue to weave their charm across millennia. In this world, where time meanders at its leisure, you ponder the intangible threads connecting your life with those who walked these paths before, the artifacts and anecdotes, the echoes of laughter in vast forums, and the quiet moments spent in contemplation beneath temple columns, all continue to speak, their voices rising and falling like the soft, melodic tide of history carrying you forward. Night's embrace holds you tenderly, its whispered lullaby crafting dreams both vivid and serene. Those dreams unfold like the pages of an ancient tome, each turn revealing stories that dance around the edges of your awareness, echoing the intricate interplay of human yearning, resilience, and hope. There's an unspoken promise here, wrapped in the heart of dreams, a promise that the beauty of connecting through stories endures, bridging every gap, every distance. As you travel deeper into this nocturnal reverie, the stars above twinkle with a knowing presence, their light enduring through the ages, illuminating paths both familiar and untraveled. They serve as quiet beacons, guiding your steps through the tapestry of sleep, holding your dreams in orbit around ageless truths, whispering gently between the twinkling constellations. When at last the dawn begins to weave its golden threads into the sky, these dreams retreat, knowing that their essence will linger quietly in the background of your waking thoughts, a tapestry worn close, like a favorite garment whose texture and warmth comfort every moment of your day. The morning light nudges you gently into wakefulness, a beckoning promise of new stories to unfold as you rise to greet the day. The echoes of last night's dreams dance along the periphery of your thoughts, suffusing your waking hours with a gentle grace drawn from the depths of history. And so, with the memories of Roman whispers nestling comfortably in the recesses of your consciousness, you step forward into the light, a soul touched by the dance of time, eager to embrace the ancient and the new, with a heart open to the endless possibilities of life's rich tapestry.